Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano, and I'm back with another Star Wars Build Your Own Lightsaber video. Today, we're going to be focusing on this guy right here. He knows. He knows. That's right, I am talking about Darth Vader, the man himself. Look at him, he looks really cool with that fancy hat. That's better. That's the way you do it, buddy. Just like that. Now, if you're not familiar with the Build Your Own Lightsaber series, it's actually a toy set that came out during Revenge of the Sith. And what it is it's basically like a play set where you can customize and build your own toy lightsabers, and you can mix and match all the different pieces. Now, currently in 2016, they're only available at Disneyland, at the Star Trader store just outside of the Star Tours attraction. In Disney World at the Disney Studios Park, there's a Tatooine Trader store. Outside of their Star Tours attraction, there's also a place called Once Upon a Toy that has them, and I've been told that Disneyland Paris also has them. But as far as I know, that's it. I don't know if the Asian parks have them. Hopefully they do, because everybody deserves to build your own lightsaber, right? Now, what this station is it's kind of just like a little kiosk with a bunch of like slats and openings in it where you can pick pieces out. And there's certain steps they want you to take to build your own lightsaber. There's even a list on the side of all the different Jedi lightsabers from the movies. So if you want to recreate your own versions of them, you can. And you have exactly like a picture reference to look at. Now, building lightsabers isn't the only thing related to Darth Vader in Disneyland Park. In fact, if you go to Studios Park in Disney World or in Tomorrowland at Disneyland, there's a thing called Star Wars Launch Bay. Now, inside Launch Bay, they have a meet and greet with the Dark Lord himself, and it's kind of creepy, I gotta warn you. He's a very... don't mess with him, just don't mess with Vader. But you can get a really cool picture with him, so there's that. Alright, let's get on with the build. First thing we're gonna do is step one. They want you to choose your emitter. Now, the emitter on this lightsaber is actually kind of interesting looking because it's got this little D-ring thing on it. It's got this kind of like angled curve to it, and it's very distinctly Darth Vader's lightsaber. Now, the second step in the process is to choose a blade color. So in this case, it's Darth Vader, so we're going to be going with the red, naturally. Step 3 is to choose an emitter. Now, the current emitters in 2016 are all the same. There's no difference at all. But there used to be a couple other different ones. One that came out with the Star Wars Ultimate Build Your Own Lightsaber kit back in 2006 or whenever that was. And then later they released another version of it that showed up at Disney parks, as well as a Clone Troopers version or a Clone Wars version of that same lightsaber set. And this one was special because it has crystals inside. There's a little door that you can pop open, and inside are kyber crystals. So the one I've got here to show you as an example, I've actually just got a red crystal in there, but there is also a blue and green crystal, and what they do is they change the sound. And again, the ones currently in 2016, they don't do that. There's a little button up top near the ribs here where you screw in the emitter that will make it sound like Kylo Ren's lightsaber. But other than that, every other configuration is going to sound exactly the same. So now that we've got our hilt, our blade, and our emitter, it's time to customize the rest of the saber with different buttons, sleeves, short sleeves, long sleeves, and power rings. Now, the next power ring is a specific one. You can take a look at it right there. It is a silver piece with a long black button on it. And you can see with these other lightsabers that I've got here on the table, they all feature that as well. It's kind of funny to see like how similar, yet how different these things can be. Sometimes they're like perfectly to scale, but sometimes other parts are long. You can tell it's a little bit... they're just a little bit off here. The middle piece right here is the same size, but then as we go up, the silver one in the Blade Builder is a little longer. And again, this is a Blade Builder's one that is not electronic, and this is an electronic lightsaber it came out way before Blade Builders. This is probably from around 2010, 2011, and it works great, but it's an older version. Alright, so next up, we've got our button. Now this button, as you can tell on the two that I've got here, has definitely gone through some changes. The one that you're going to be looking for has this little pointy piece sticking off the side of it, and you can tell it's a black ring, and it's got that rectangular button with that pointy piece. Okay, so the next piece we're going to be picking is going to be the actual button cover. Now notice there's that big red button on your hilt. So there is a specific cover, and it's more like a silver color with black ribs on it. And once you pick that one, there is actually an end piece. This is the final step, is getting your end cap and putting it on there. There is an end cap that matches, and it's again silver, and it's got those same black ridges on it, so that when you screw it all together, it should line up if you screw it on tight enough. All right, real quick, let's look at a build on this thing. Okay, first things first, we're going to take our red blade and we're going to put that right through the middle of the emitter. And then we're going to screw that on right to the top of the actual hilt itself, and it's got little grooves in there, so it should screw in just fine. Okay, next we're going to take our ring and we're going to slide it up. Notice there's a right and a wrong way to do this. The black part needs to be touching the other black part on the emitter. Next up, we're going to take our black ring with the button, and again, this has a right and wrong way to do it. You want the little side piece sticking out. You want that to be pointing down. So that triangle needs to point down. Next, we're going to take our button cover, and this one should just slide right on, no problem. There is a right and wrong way to do it because of the measurement of the cover. There's a longer portion that should be towards the bottom and the shorter portion to the top. And we're going to screw on our end cap, and voila, there you go. Now, as I was at Disneyland building these, I did notice something that was kind of funny. Because I went through in one sitting and I kind of built all the different lightsabers and recorded them so I can share them with you guys. But as I was doing so, I noticed that the Darth Vader lightsaber was very similar to another lightsaber, and it's no surprise because it's Anakin's lightsaber. There we go. So I've got blue Anakin's lightsaber. This is the one that he made first, but later when he turned to the dark side, he made this one, which we know is Darth Vader's lightsaber. But notice the tops aren't the same. You know, we've got blue and red, that's different. The emitter is this very similar style where it's kind of got that angled cut to it, a little bit modified. But then as we go down past the button, you notice the bottom sections of both of these are the exact same. And that's the case at Disneyland as well. So if you look at those bottom two pieces, those are the exact same pieces on Anakin's lightsaber as they are on Darth Vader's. Now, one of the things I really like about this set is the fact that you can customize and mix and match. And let's say you have a couple of them that you've bought over time. You don't have to make the exact same lightsaber. You can get one that's pretty darn close. In fact, I've got some of the older pieces here. These are from like the first generation, so they don't quite match. This one doesn't have the D-ring to it, but we can kind of still put it together. I've got my red crystal in there, so we'll close that little door. What else we got? I got a couple power rings that are silver in color. So I'm just going to kind of build this on the fly. I've got a button. How does the button go? Let's put the button like that. Next, we'll take another and this one isn't the same as the Darth Vader one, but it's very similar. But we'll just take that and we'll put that over the button cover. We'll screw on the back plate. And just like that, I've come up with something similar, not exact, but it's very similar to Darth Vader's lightsaber. But again, you can kind of just have fun with these things. You can do whatever you want with them. Is it going to clash? There it goes. It clashes. Now that's something I should mention too, is that they do fully extend. Though in my footage I didn't show them fully extending. That's because at Disneyland they put some tape over the top because they don't want you swinging them around, especially in crowded areas. They don't want little kids and strollers getting whacked with lightsabers. It just wouldn't be fun. Well guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please use the Force and hit that thumbs up button for me. It does help out quite a bit. Be sure to comment if you know what's been playing in the background. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, join the Dano Channel family. And if you're not new around here, do me a favor, share the video with a fellow Star Wars fan. Come back, tell them about the videos that you liked watching, because I do a lot of stuff on here. We do a lot of Micro Machines unboxing, Star Wars toys in general. We'll do Disney artwork every once in a while, family vlogs. I've been thinking about doing daily vlogs, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. That's for another time. But, again, thank you guys so much for watching. You know, I love you guys a ton. And that's it. Until next time, may the Force have with you, and goodbye forever.